Okay, we are live. Hello and welcome. I am Ronnke, your GM. In the stream today we have Rigel Kent, Geigerman, FX Engineer, Pendragon, Mega Quai, and a new player, Things. Today we are playing a Traveller campaign set in the 3rd Imperium era. We are using the very awesome GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games, and our VTT of choice is Fantasy Grounds. You can find this and past sessions on YouTube and as audio-only podcast. Links are in the video description. If you enjoy our content, please like this video and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels.
Or don't.
Or don't. Okay. Let's start with character business.
You're going to have to say it.
No. I'm not saying it. I'm not even going to try and say it. So
hey, I posted down there in the chat. That's based on what they say in the Aliens book. That is how you essentially pronounce it. Granted, you swap some of the vowels.
Digital Draper percentage.
That's what it sounds like. So it's Digital Draper.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try. So,
yeah, that's right.
Doge or Mega Quai. Do we have any character business for Doge / Dozer / Digital Draper? Yeah.
I want to get persuasion.
That was really close, I think.
It's about as close as he's going to get.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're on session 2 of your free to alter your character as you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Pendragon, it seems that you disconnected from Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, I just crashed. I'm trying to connect again.
Well, stop that. No crashing.
Okay, so
Sorry.
persuasion's fine. Geigerman, do you have any character business for Dean?
Not at the moment. I intend to pick up Permit, but since we haven't actually arrived at our destination, I haven't spent that point yet. So I may spend it during the game.
Okay. Rigel Kent, do you have any character business for Flynn?
I do not.
FX Engineer, do you have any character business for Sully?
Nope, no character business for Sully.
And Things, your character, is it Vidi?
Should be good. 4.
Should already be done.
Yep.
Pendragon, do you have any character business for Sam?
Yes, I actually have. I had 13 points to add to my character. So I went and I got a package for military 0G style, which means 2 points in judo, 2 in karate, 1 in broadsword, and then I picked the perk military 0G style familiarity and vac suit familiarity. And then I had a few extra points, which I put in first aid, stealth, observation, detect lies, gesture, streetwise, and search.
Cool. This would be your 3rd session.
Correct.
So,
yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, after we begin our next session, your character will be locked in.
Yep. Let's hope I don't screw up until then.
Okay, if that's all the character business. We left off with the ship jumping into Cordan. I'll share this map for everyone.
That was 7 I believe.
Ah,
Tomorrow is payday, apparently.
Yeah, 7. Is it?
I know you did your pays.
Feels like we just did that.
You did your pays last session, but technically tomorrow is payday.
I think I've stuffed up here trying to add persuade in.
Let's see. Okay, so the way you add a skill, you'll see you've got persuade there on your skills tab. There's a little circle icon just before the plus. If you click that circle, it'll open up the details there, and then you can select the skill type and the amount of points that you put into it, and then it should calculate everything accordingly.
That'd be IQ average or hard?
I'm not sure. You would have to look up
Yes.
the book.
Isn't persuade exotic?
Is persuade not in the abilities?
It's a psi power.
Yeah, it's a psi power.
Well, it's also an enthrallment skill.
Yeah, that's what I meant. All good.
I assume you're doing persuade, the psi power.
The skill, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like intimidation or fast talk.
No, it's not.
It looks like the other psi skills are IQ hard, so persuade is probably going to be an IQ hard skill.
Used to convince someone to act in your best interest through reasoned argument. Not a psi skill.
Okay, so
If you go up on the basic set page, it's under a bracket of 3 separate skills that are usually set aside for like essentially get used with powers. Persuade, enthrallment, and something.
Okay, I'm just using the AI overview on Google, so
There's probably also a psi power, which would be different than the enthrallment skill. So I guess maybe be clear on which one you're trying to get. Like in the powers books will probably be.
Are you after a skill to help you talk to people to convince them of things?
no, I'm looking for a skill to boost up suggestion.
A regular skill would be fast talk.
Yeah.
Okay, to
Or if you're
boost
looking for
suggestion,
a skill to go with your, then just boost suggestion.
yeah, you'd probably want to be just boost suggestion then.
I don't remember where I read something about it.
All right, I'll leave you to do that for the minute. So I shared the map. So you are currently here in Cordan. You have just arrived in system. It is 1:41 in the year 1105. So the time is actually 9:56 a.m. not 7. There will be some refueling at the gas giant taking place. However, there's nothing special that we need to deal with there. So we will just add the time for you to get to Cordan Prime. Unless there's something in particular that your characters want to do in that transit
I was
period.
actually going to type up a little doc file on the ship about the stuff that I found out before. And I was going to try and send it the most not indirect way, hardest way to track I possibly could.
Encryption.
Okay. How would you do that? I guess you could make a computer operation roll.
I was thinking of doing it on the surface of a planet, and
It's going to be almost a week before we get there.
yes, well, I can take a week to type up what I need. I don't want it tracked back to me, or I want it to be very hard to find out.
Well, it'll have to be, it'll be a computer operations role, and
Yes.
it'll be a contest. If someone wants to try and, trace it, it'll be a contest of your computer operation versus theirs.
Okay, I'll give it a go then. Computer op.
Now, what were you putting in these docs?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was the name of the group. Had something to do with
Right.
Zeus. And it was to do with the Imperial Intelligence Agency, trying to destabilize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I won't say that I read it out of his mind. I got information and intelligence that suggests this.
No, you actually read his body language, remember?
Oh, yeah. That's a really good read.
Yeah.
So give me a computer operations roll. If you don't have the skill, it
Yeah, I've got
defaults to IQ. And who are you going to be sending that to?
Well, which one out of the group would be the most obvious to send it to? Flynn?
Probably. He's the most
He's-
in charge. Of course, the trick is if you reference anything that happened at the warehouse, we're all automatically going to know it was either you or Sam.
No, won't say anything about that. It just says intelligence has been gained. It won't state how it was found. It'll say perhaps along the lines like it has a high probability of being correct. Extremely high probability of being correct.
Okay, so Flynn, you will receive this strange message. Is there any attempt that you're going to make to try and see where it comes from?
Damn straight. So this is just computer ops.
Correct.
By 3. So I clearly need to go to the comms officer later and ask them to track this down. But then I'm going to carry this intel up the chain of command. This only furthers our suspicions that we have a spy aboard.
Actually, just mentioning the comms officer.
Not the spy you're
We
after.
had
though.
Doesn't matter.
we had one jump since we left Wildeman, which means that's enough time for a note to get back to headquarters about the fact that we're missing our third officer.
Yeah, but how's it going to catch up to us?
Well, it would have to catch up to us by jumps. It would it would be tricky, but it is possible.
Well, there's no established X-boat route along here, but I'm sure there are some.
No, but it wouldn't be too hard to get a smaller 3-jump ship to get ahead of us.
Plus, there's also if the company is sufficiently large enough and this route is the route that we're always following, they may have
True.
locations on like Blue or Torpal or Ogma or heck here.
Okay, what would 45 minutes be to there?
But man, Captain's gonna get super paranoid. We're already convinced we have Imperial operative of some sort possibly here, and now somebody who's fighting against the Imperial operative also aboard. He's going to just fire everybody here on Cordan, and suddenly we're going to be. And Ronnke's like, well, there goes the adventure idea.
I'd be like, well, I guess we got to get our own ship.
Okay, so you take this information up the chain of command,
Yep.
which will.
XO, then probably to the CO.
So, a briefing is set up during your jump, and you'll basically go over this, and it confirms that the Olympus is being used, or most likely being used, in an Imperial intelligence op.
And it also seems to at least establish that there's some anti-Imperial intelligence also aboard. I just sort of envision the captain just downing, what is it, Pepto-Bismol by the bucket.
Mm-hmm. And if that don't bake your noodle, what if the company's in on it?
The captain will say to the XO, actually, for the benefit of things, I should share images of the captain.
Not just things. I think I'm not sure if the other two have seen them either.
This is going to take a minute.
I think they have actually. In any case, the calendar has been updated to the time that you arrive at Cordan Prime. Thanks to the utzik.com map. The fact that it calculates orbits and transit times blows my mind. Someone went to way too much effort. So this here is your captain. And this here is the first officer.
People I've probably never spoken to.
I'm sure you've spoken to him. The crew's fairly small. Well,
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say fairly small. 32
There's only
people.
32 people.
Oh, okay.
So everyone on board will know everyone else. Obviously, your character will
Yep.
keep to himself most of the time, but they'll know of you, and they've probably spoken to you on occasion in the
Giving
mess
me
or
orders
whatever.
to go clean up some mess.
Yeah, it's probably worth noting that you are in Flynn's department, so you will be taking orders from him directly.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess that goes for Sam as well.
And this is also this is the ship that you're on.
Shiny.
Just a bulk freighter. Don't think I need to share anything else there. So the captain will say, Mr. Corval, I'd like to find out who sent this message. We have some mysterious people on board.
Dun dun dun.
And this makes me nervous. And the first officer will acknowledge that, and he'll see to it that he'll investigate, or try and investigate, where this message came from.
Nothing about trying to prove that whether the message is right or not. Just find out who did it.
Well,
Oh, wait until they find out who did it.
Hmm.
Then it'll get worse.
then they'll be trying to find out how that person knows.
I'll tell him.
Body language.
He's probably a
Very
bloody
good
Psi.
body language.
Then it'll be Jedi mind tricks for everyone.
It's those psycho powers. I'm talking crazy, man.
Shared in chat is the current known crew roster, so there's plenty of unknowns on the crew.
They're not unknowns. They have names.
I'm not sure whose watch it is at this time, or who's the official watch at this time.
What time is it? 1:30?
Correct.
So that makes it, looks like it's Team 3, so we're on watch. To the extent that we're actually on watch.
That's 1:30 a.m.
Oh. Stand corrected.
So that is us again, it looks like. 0 to 400.
Indeed. Well, that makes it easier to work out.
Wait, no, we're third. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're third.
Why does the Merchant Watch Bill have 3020 XO?
So the third officer is in charge of one, second officer in charge of one. Yeah.
Why wouldn't the second officer be in charge of Team 2 and the third officer in charge of Team 3?
Because things were done.
Okay.
Why would we make it convenient for ourselves?
Yeah. Well, it's like I had said. It's like, pretty much any time you say who's on watch, it's just like we're the main characters. It's Star Trek. Every time they come on, something happens. It happens to the Alpha team, the Alpha crew. Who cares about the XO and the CO?
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing stopping us from actually changing that.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
Are you suggesting a mutiny?
On this one,
suggesting
no, not on this
retyping.
ship.
So with your arrival in Cordan, you're also that puts you in a different subsector. You are now in the borderland. Did that share for you guys?
Yes.
Yep.
And that should share for you as well.
Yep.
And we have a view from orbit of Cordan. Cordan is a garden world. And your characters will actually get some R&R here. There is some scheduled downtime for the crew. Let me just organize my windows.
And since we departed Fist, Dean has been talking about his plans to go camping when he got here. Hiking and camping.
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to find some extra work for him to do.
That would be very sad.
Hope there's a gambling hall.
It would be terrible if you didn't get to do all your hiking and camping.
The GM's saying that, so you know what that means.
Sam, can you give me a pilot roll? Lynn, can you give me a navigation roll, please?
Oh.
Navigation space.
Success by 7.
You actually managed to navigate to the correct planet. And Sam, you make sure that you don't crash when you arrive there.
That's a good start.
Yep.
That is a
That's-
good start. Oh, A-class high port.
Yes,
Yeah,
Cordan
this
has
one's not a backwater.
Cordan has a very fancy high port. It does serve a number of ships. Some of those go. What would it be? Is it Spinwood?
Is it
Along the-
actually planet based or is it a satellite high port?
It's a high port. So you've got high port is an orbital starport, and then you got downport, which is land based.
And they're
you
usually
can-
paired off, so they've usually got both.
And you can usually tell which one it is by the UWP. That's the thing. If it starts with A or B, it's got a high port. But if it's like D or E, it does not have a high port. You're going to have to just land.
That's the first letter, is it? First numeral.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's an E, they basically got a cleared spot.
Hopefully it's cleared.
And refueling is dipping out of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, or going to the nearby gas giant,
Yes.
presuming it has a gas giant.
The Olympus is atmospheric capable. It has contragrav systems, but it is something of an ordeal to get the ship on the surface of the planet. So high ports, where available, will be used. Big aerodynamic ships make great bricks when stuff doesn't work. So you will arrive at the high port and you'll begin your regular routine unload and reload. Once your watch has ended, you will be granted shore leave, and the Olympus will go into a long-term berth.
So something to note, based off that UWP, size is large, atmosphere is 9. That is dense, tainted. It requires a filter mask.
Yeah. So
it
this
is
is
a
one
wet
of those.
world.
This is one of those
Moderate law,
cases where the
no
fluff is wrong.
firearms.
So the fluff from the Drinax book differs from the fluff from other sources.
I think the taint in this is actually the dense atmosphere. In any case, a filter mask is, or it's not a filter mask, respirator is required if you're to breathe the planet's atmosphere for a long period. I do believe there are some advantages.
Did it say that in the fluff?
I think that's what it says on the Traveller Wiki.
Right, but
Finish your words.
And that would be based off the UWP.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. The fluff says a pristine garden world with a breathable atmosphere. Well, technically it is breathable. You just need a filter mask.
Yeah, this is one of those situations. The Drinax stuff from the Drinax book does not match.
It's a breathable atmosphere, but you get value for your money. That just go over everyone's head.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the process of looking on the wiki about what they're discussing about tainted atmosphere. Yeah, there's just some sort of little thing, but so that is interesting. I don't see why the locals wouldn't genetically modify themselves so it becomes breathable for them.
Well, it probably is over generations of living here. The locals probably can breathe the atmosphere without a filter mask.
That just makes Dean super sad that he's going to have to go camping and wear a mask.
It'd just be one of those, like, the Jedi rebreather thing that you see.
Or like the
See them with-
rebreather in Judge Dredd, the movie.
No, Sam is from a dome world, so he's used to it.
So it's a pure case of the advertisements were wrong.
All right, so
You get there and you're like, what do you mean I have to wear a mask? It doesn't say anything about that in your stupid sheet. Come visit Cordan. We have a lush, breathable atmosphere.
Demand your money back.
With the little asterisk and at the very, very, very small print at the bottom, you need to wear a mask.
okay, so FX, we had worked out all your trade stuff last session. Is there anything in particular we needed to finalize with respect to that? FX?
Yeah, he buggered off. Because of course he did.
Probably Kid Aggro again.
Well,
Well, I know we
from
had
memory, I
five.
think we worked that out.
We had 25 tons of farm equipment that was supposed to get loaded up.
28 tons at
28.
18,000 for a total of 504,000. And I gave him 50 grand.
So I was just working out that it's 5.6 displacement tons, which will fit in a 30-foot container.
What, 28 tons?
Yeah.
That's kind of small.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
that much.
we are starting small.
Now, this may have a bulk issue where if you're dealing with farm equipment, you may have things that are really long or not especially dense, so it may take up more space than that, but that's the starting point.
28 tons actually isn't that much. I mean, Bradley fighting vehicle is 28 tons, and that's
exactly.
not that big.
But it's not exactly a tractor.
Well, it kind of is in a way.
Well, it has tracks and a 25 millimeter auto gun. What the hell was that called?
25 millimeter
Tractors
plow.
don't have
Okay.
armor plates on them.
And you
Some
can dig
armor.
with it
You can
if
dig
you,
with it, yeah.
if you aren't paying attention.
FX.
I sort of
Both
envision
take
we've
down
got like
concrete wall either way.
half dozen really small mini tractors.
FX is still away. All right, so you guys will find yourselves. Everyone's taking some shore leave, I'm going to assume.
Flynn has workaholic, so he will probably continue to do the stuff that he needs to do, and then may show up a little bit late.
Maybe I should make my enemies wrong.
Yes, please make that roll into the box if you have enemies and such.
That one doesn't count.
Critical failure. Oh, no.
That's not populated correctly. It's got a 0 for actual quantity.
Oh.
Okay, so well.
Also that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he says roll it in the box, do you know what that means?
Nope.
The triangle
there's
with the eye.
There's a little pyramid with the eye in it. That's the dice tower. That's quote unquote the box.
It's a box because it used to be a box way back when. It hasn't been a box for a very, very long time, but it's still the box.
Yeah, I think in default it's like a tower now.
I think it was always a tower, but in the code it actually lists it as the box.
And I think we used to have it as a box. Did we not? In the
yeah,
skin?
that's right.
It used to be a box that would open when you hovered over it. Or the box lit up or something like that.
No, you're right. I did make it a box at one point.
So if a roll into the box is asked for, just drag and drop your dice onto that triangle and it'll make a secret roll.
I see. But are we accepting this roll, or should I roll another time?
We're not accepting that because it wasn't made secretly. That didn't roll. Let me set it up on your character sheet for future reference.
I've got enemy and secret.
You have to actually open it up in order to change the roll on it.
All right, so pen, you'll see there's a little circular icon. Just adjust the base level to 12 and
In the modifier part.
no, not in the modifier. So click the little circle icon that's next to the entry there. It'll open up another window that says points, base level, default page level.
I see.
So in the base level, just put
Mhm.
12.
No, it's actually 6 because
Oh,
it's
sorry, 6.
Yep.
If it defaults to a stat or something like that, you can actually type in the default.
Okay.
Oh,
Should
can you?
be no, it doesn't.
Yes. So if it defaults to will, for example, for a check, you could just put in will, and it'll do that.
I was not aware of
I
that.
see. So in order to roll that, then I click and drag to the tower. Then.
Yep.
Yes.
And if you really want to cheese it, you can watch on Twitch and see what you rolled.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Let's hope it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Well, if the roll succeeds, is it really that bad? I mean, you did ask for it.
So FX
Yeah.
is back. So Ronnke, you can ask him your question.
All right. So FX, I believe we sorted out all your merchant stuff and finalized that before we finished last session. Is that correct?
We did the rolls for finding cargo, so we have a lot of cargo for
28
trade.
tons at 18,000 for a total of 504,000.
Yeah, and that we bought that here, right, Cordan? That was
Yes.
yeah. So we
So
won't
we
do
arranged
anything
that
with
on
that
the
until
way.
our next port.
Okay. So is Vidi doing some gambling?
Most definitely.
Okay. Let's do it like this.
Does it count as gambling if he's cheating?
Does it count as cheating if he's gambling?
All right. In
Could you
this
roll
case,
worse, please, Mr. GM?
in this case, you are losing. We're not going to worry about the actual dollars that you're putting on this at this point. Is there anyone else that is gambling?
Nope.
Well, not if we're not worrying about the dollars. There's no point.
Well, if you want to put some dollars on it, then you're welcome to gamble.
What are these dollar things you're referring to?
Credits.
Imperial credits.
No, these are GURPS. Imperial credits are worth more.
In any case, in the bar, you're drinking, doing whatever it is that you want to do, chilling while you're waiting for the next shuttle to the surface. Assuming that's where you want to have your R&R. At least Dean has his pack, duffel bag full of his camping gear ready to go on his trip.
It is technically a shelter pack, but yes.
This fella. Okay, share this. Did that share?
Mhm.
Seems like a nice guy.
This guy has sort of been in the bar. he's been sort of watching you guys. He's participated in the gambling that Vidi has been involved in. He's just exchanged in idle chat, and then he's sort of invited himself to your table. He says, I hope you guys don't mind, but I noticed that you guys came in on that freighter. What is it? The Olympus. Is that you lot?
Yeah.
I just look at the guy. Yeah, it's a bit suspicious.
He says, how would you guys like to make a little bit of money?
What is it, and where does it need to go, and how quiet does it need to be?
Well, it doesn't need to be all that quiet, but there is some problems.
Which kind of problems?
Can I do an emotion sense?
Sure.
How do you roll it again?
So you can single click the button next to the skill, or you can double click the level.
Whoop.
We'll take your first roll. I'm assuming that is resisted.
Guess.
Vidi starts staring at you.
And I'm assuming that is also resisted.
So,
that would be resisted on your Psi shield.
mind shield, which I don't have.
So then it's default, which is probably going to be IQ -6 or something like that.
That would have been one of the things I'd state. Oh well. We got rid of it to get points back, didn't we?
We might have done that.
That sounds exactly how it works.
That detect skill. Do you have a description for that? Is there any particular roles to resist or whatever?
Is it psi
You
sense?
notice when psionic activity is nearby. Reflexive, so
it's not resisted at all?
You should be making a blind roll, and if I succeed, I notice that something happened, and if I don't succeed, I don't notice.
Well, in this case, you might as well roll openly because the player knows something happened.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I rolled it.
All right, and it doesn't have any resistances or anything like that. It's not a contested roll.
No, because it's just a notice roll. So unless he's running like unless he's trying to be just like particularly discreet, detect is just notice something. There's never any.
So
Like,
while you're talking to this guy, you will detect that there is some use of psi going on. If anyone has greed, now's the time to roll for it, since he's offering money. Or an
Is Flynn
opportunity
with
to make
us?
money. Sorry, what was that, Pen?
I was just asking, is Flynn with us? Because I think he's the greedy one.
I think...
I don't think he was.
Would
Well,
you be
we
hanging
If
can
out
anyone's
just
going to
bail
be
at
out
a
now.
card
greedy,
for
it'll
the
be
table?
Sully.
Oh, it's Sully. Yeah, sorry, Flynn.
Yeah,
But I don't think...
Flynn
Yes,
is
Sully does
indifferent
have
to
greed.
money.
You're
So,
just an uncaring asshole. You're not greedy, right?
Correct.
so Sully would have to make a greed roll, since there's an opportunity to make some money here.
Well, he doesn't have to make the roll because I'm not going to try to resist.
Fine.
And Flynn is probably not present around any of this. And Dean's off camping with Rebreather.
Well, you haven't all left yet. You're waiting for the next shuttle. So
Right.
you're
Then
in
I'm probably
Starport
still
Lounge.
on Olympus, doing some extra little work thanks to Workaholic. I'll catch up.
In this
Honest.
case, you've caught up. You sort of arrive, just about now. Everyone's been here for a little while already. Anyway, allow me to introduce myself. Rilo Moltron. How are you guys all going?
Fine. How about yourself?
Good. So there's an opportunity to make a little bit of money. I've come into a nice haul of goods. Unfortunately, I need to get it from the planet to the high port. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with Cordan, but any sort of movement of goods requires an official trade license.
Red flags, red flags.
What, as soon as he didn't high, you didn't see the red flags?
That's why I tried sensing his emotions.
And after I get it to Highport, I'll need it moved on to somewhere else. Not here.
So the question is, are you the one moving it to the high port, or do you need us to help you move it to the high port?
Well, I could do with some help. Let's just put it that way.
And what will we be moving exactly?
Well,
Let me guess. Something you don't ask questions about.
it's not technically illegal goods or anything like that, but it is illegal to do the transport itself.
Can I
Unfortunately,
roll
I
detect
don't
lies?
have an official license, and someone like me is not going to be able to get one.
Can I roll detect lies on him to see if he's bullshitting, how much he's bullshitting us? Because I'm pretty sure he is.
Roll that into the box, yes.
It's not whether or not there is
Okay.
bullshit. It's how much of it is bullshit.
Exactly. I'm trying to determine the right amount of bullshit that's happening right now.
Wow, so many people with detect lies.
What was his emotions saying? Is he
Greed.
totally BSing?
Well, his from people's detect lies rolls, he seems to be truthful. His emotions suggest that he's a little bit cautious, wary. He's kind of making a cold call here, so he's not sure if he's making the right choice. He's taking a bit of a gamble.
What quantity are we talking about?
The quantity is just one container, but it is quite valuable, and I'm willing to cut you in. But
Looks at
only
my
of course,
superior
if we
officer.
can get it off world.
I'm backing out. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do, and I don't need attention.
Have we discussed how much yet?
No, you haven't.
Scope of work is not outlined yet.
Look, what I'm trying to remove is maybe about 2 million worth. I'm willing to cut you in on 10%.
So we need to help you get this stuff off the planet to this station and then move it from this station to another station for you. And all you're offering is 200,000? Or whatever you manage, 10% of whatever you manage to sell it for?
10%'s a fair figure, but if you're suggesting something else, then I'm open to offers. But I need to know that I'm talking with some serious parties here. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole and find out that you just pull the rug and decide to not go ahead. I need to have some sort of idea whether you guys are willing to commit to this. Like I told you, there's nothing illegal about what's being transported, but the only crime here would be transporting it without a license.
Considering my character has no idea how to get goods moved around, he looks to the others.
Well, we would need to know. I would need to know exactly what is being transported for the safety of my crew and my ship. And you could trust that I will be discreet.
Oh, that's not a problem at all. I have managed to acquire some artifacts. Locally sourced, of course. They will fetch a fine price in museums across the Imperium.
So nothing explosive, chemical, hazardous, etc.
He's
No.
got a list.
Nothing like that.
So you want to smuggle something? Let me check my list. Is it any of these? Then no.
Where do you need it moved to?
Your next port. I'm not sure where your next rostered stop is.
So you just need it out of this system.
Yes.
Is anyone suspecting of this being moved, or should we expect trouble?
He sort of ums and ahs, and you can see he rolls his eyes a little bit and says, there are certain parties that would prefer that I didn't move these artifacts off world. But if we can do it quickly, that won't really matter.
Tell me more about these parties.
I'd rather not.
Well, Sully's thinking about consequence. I'm trying to figure out what to say. He's saying that it's not illegal, but somebody probably, if they knew about it, would come after us in some way. So I guess he would ask, the character would know how to say it. So what happens if these other interested parties find out that we're carrying it? Are they going to try to steal it from us, or would they try to kill us? Like,
No,
what's
nothing like that. They'll just put an injunction on its movement, and unfortunately, if that happens, then these goods will not get off world, and none of us will get rich.
how many decatons or how many what's the word, detons are we talking about here?
Just the one
Displacement
container,
tons.
which is, I think, from memory, 16 or 32 detons.
Depends on how big the container is.
Whatever the standard
Like
container
a
size is.
There are
standard.
4 standard sizes.
I guess this also means you'll be coming with your container.
That would be ideal, but not necessary. I'm willing to pay for passage if your captain is open to taking civilian passengers. But if I can't come along, I'll make my way there separately. But as long as you can deliver to the next port.
And how is payments typically done here? Again, I forget.
It's done in credits.
Like we could just assume that once we're there, he could transfer it over.
Correct.
So I think we may be getting closer to a deal, but there's the matter of compensation. I think we may have to do a little bit more than the 20% that you're offering.
20. I said 10.
No, I definitely heard 20. He definitely said 20 the first time, didn't he, guys?
Wasn't it 30?
Yeah,
Well,
he did. He did. I'm pretty sure he did.
there's 10 per person, right? How many of us are here?
He laughs and says, "Oh, that's a bit rich, and I think I've spoken to the wrong people then." If you have merchant and you want to make a roll, you can. In this case, you can assist each other, but someone's going to have to be the primary for this skill roll.
I will assist.
Wait, what are we negotiating before I roll here?
Price.
30%?
30% would be. He says, "Well, I initially offered you 10%, but if 20 is what you want, I'm happy to settle for that." If you want to bump it up to like 30%, you can make a merchant -2 versus his will.
And I could use my business acumen.
No, because this is not an influence. This is a contest of merchants. Unless it adds to your merchant skill, which I think it already does by default.
Oh, you're right. It does actually. It's already included.
So only one merchant assist.
Who's here? Who's in this conversation right now?
Flynn
All
is
of you.
not. Flynn really isn't. He's probably present. He came in, but he's not paying attention and not involved in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of same with Dean. He's over there talking to Bren and Kaylin about camping.
All right. So you you're at the table, but you're not really present in the conversation.
I might not even be at the table. I might be at the equivalent of a bar or something.
Okay.
All right. So
So
with the assists, you're at a -1, unfortunately.
Oh, holy cow! I just saw that critical failure.
Yep.
Way to go!
so I did a success by 4. I didn't add the. I just added a -1.
Okay. So you're not chasing a particular target percentage. You're just trying to get a
I'm
win
asking
on the
for
match.
30% is what
All
Sully
right. So
says.
that would be a further -2. So
I tell the guy, look, the captain's gonna get a cut on this. Everybody here, my crew, plus the risk that we have of getting fined and our reputation. 10% is not going to be enough. We need at least 30. He's just being matter of fact, business like.
Okay. So you'll be asking for 30. You're going to be at a further -2.
Okay, so he makes it by 2 then. Success by 2.
He says, "All right, 30%. Do we have a deal then?"
Yeah, 30%, and obviously you're going to put half up front, right?
You'll get your payment once it's on the station. But I'm willing to, if we have a deal, I'm willing to help you out a bit.
And how's that?
I know a way we can get the goods up here. Kind of legitimately.
That's all fine and dandy. You make sure that the other parties are kept in the dark about the goods being boarded onto our ship. We don't want to have, we don't want this to die before we can even get started.
Wouldn't it be better if we split it up and put it in any bits and pieces into everything else we're bringing up?
However we bring it up, it doesn't matter. As long as it all gets here and off or out of system sooner than later. The other parties are unaware at this point, and I don't expect that they will ever find out if we move quickly.
Okay. I think for passenger, we can get you, I don't know how many, if we have any luxury rooms available, but we can get you might want to be a little more discreet,
I don't
possibly.
even know if we can do that.
No, we've got a whole bunch of cabins.
Do we? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of room. That's not a problem.
And I think
It's
we'll
whether the captain will allow civilians on.
well, if I have to, I'll
And we
talk
did
to the
just take one.
captain. If I have to, I'll let the captain know it's part of the our current shipment that we're doing.
So you're lying to him?
No, I won't lie to him. I'll say he comes with the cargo. I mean, and he may want to ask questions, and I'll be honest with the captain. If not, he might just say, okay. He might trust me.
I'm
As long
about
as
to
I don't.
lose all my shore leave, aren't I?
We've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years now. I haven't gotten him in jail, put in jail yet.
He says, "All right, so I guess we have an agreement of sorts."
Yeah, the only thing that Sully will not take any cargo if I'm not able to inspect it, because he's just not going to risk the ship or the crew, no matter how good of a deal. So that'll have to be one of the conditions before we bring it on board. And if he's satisfied with what is in the cargo, then he will accept the cargo as collateral instead of a down payment. And obviously he won't release it until we get paid.
He says, "Sure. I don't expect there to be any sort of issues, and I think I can trust you enough. You have a deal," and he will sort of extend his hand to Sully.
All right. So Sully gives Flynn, I don't know if, kind of like last kind of a look, like, hey, like you're still like the last, approval that I need here. And if he doesn't say anything, then he'll shake his hand.
Sadly, he wasn't paying attention.
Oh, then too bad. then,
Perfect.
then I look at Flynn. Flynn's not paying attention. I'm sorry. I look at Flynn. Flynn's not paying attention. So I'll take that as a yes. And then I shake, is it Brian? Breen? Is that, wait, did I get the wrong
No,
guy?
it's Rilo.
Rilo?
Oh, the other guy, Rilo. I saw Brian Blade Pirates.
This one.
Okay, yeah. So I'll shake Rilo's hand. Also, who was there with me? Was that Doge? I didn't. Doge.
Everyone's sort of there, though Flynn and Dina are not really
Or Sam.
present in the conversation.
The
Yeah, I
one
was there.
that is a psychic that I may know he's a psychic. So I'll kind of also give him a look to see if I get any like weird faces back.
Probably
Like any.
you wouldn't know that Vidi is a psychic yet.
Okay, so I don't know he's a psychic. Do I know any? I know there's. Who was the
Yeah.
other guy?
Doja.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Doja.
I don't think we've officially outed him yet.
Okay, so then never mind. I won't do that. I thought I might know.
He's putting off the body language like he doesn't want to take part. Crossed arms, pouting lip.
All right, well, I'm the boss
Middle
here,
finger.
so I shake Rilo's hands. You got a deal. And then I give everybody a look like lips shut, this is between us, so don't share all this information with everybody.
Especially
They-
Dean.
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
Say what?
Anything else?
Dean will be fine about it. There's nothing illegal. Ish.
It's smuggling. That's by definition illegal.
Might not be criminal.
He says, well, I did promise that I had a way to do this legitimately.
And it involves you all smuggling the things inside you.
Ooh,
Like the lady in Fifth Element.
prison purse.
So he pulls out a pack of condoms and says,
Oh,
I hope these fit. All 16 tons of it. No.
What is it from 300? This will not be over quickly. This will not be pleasant.
It's going to take several trips.
He says, well, as promised, I've got a way we can do this legitimately. He will press a few buttons on the touch interface on the table that you're at, and he
And the custom skies.
And the custom skies what?
Rush in and arrest them all.
No. He just goes through public pages and he stops on an advertisement for a thing called the Grand Ascent of Cordan. He says, this will be the way we can get everything up here without a hitch.
This is the way.
So you'll look as he sort of scrolls and you see mention the Cordan Rally. And basically what you're looking at is a race that is being hosted by the Baroness Lux. Let me find her picture.
Ooh, a race.
Where is her picture?
Not there. You're looking at the wrong place.
Did that share for people?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
It's
So
still not an actual image, though. It's just a shared asset.
yeah, it'll be that until
Uh-huh.
such time as I cease being lazy.
Uh-huh.
He goes on to tell you the Baroness Lux every year hosts an event that draws people to Cordan. It is a 3-day race across the planet. It consists of a number of team entries. Some take part as the quarry, and others take part as pursuers. Obviously, the end result of the race is to win. The prize money, in this case, is 100,000 credits. But more importantly, you will get an audience with the Baroness herself, and she will issue a Cordan trade license to the victor.
Huh.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It sounds like it might be useful regardless of, smuggling.
He says, I don't know if trade is strictly controlled on Cordan. Everything has to go through the barons. And he shrugs and says, and baronesses. And their households. Now, if you have an official Cordan trade license, those shipments that get moved via that license clear customs, no questions asked. Now, surely people like yourselves would see the value in such a document.
I can totally sort of see Sully going, I want one of those anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it take to apply for one in the first place?
Who cares about that? You can win one in a race. That sounds much cooler.
They are very hard to come by. Usually, they're only offered to you. It's not something that you can apply for. You would need contact, influence, and money. But here's a way to get one license. And I'm sure you can see that if we manage to win this race and score the prize money, I'm happy for you to keep that money. And you can keep the license. I just want the goods off world.
So, question regarding the license. Who is it to? Is it like to an individual? Is it like to a company? Or is it like to the team? So, for example, if member X from the team shows up here later by himself, does he classify as having the license?
It's issued to the team. So
Interesting.
Which kind of vehicle are we talking about?
It's probably going to be like to the ship and the captain, I guess. And
Nah, it'll be to us. We'll you'll get us all involved, and we'll get there, and we'll whoops, sorry.
so
And
the team
that'll be
leader,
another thing that the EXO hates me about.
Do we have a particularly good pilot and a ship that we can use in this
Well,
race?
that
we have
goes
the
to
bucket.
well, that goes to Sam's question. Is like, what kind of vehicle is being used in this? Is
So
it an overland
as
thing?
as you're scrolling through the various images and stuff like that, it is an overland race, and you can see in past events they're using air rafts.
Which uses piloting contragraph?
Correct.
Sam, what's your contragraph skill?
17.
Yep, I think we have a pilot. An air
That
raft,
can be
though, that's
fun.
only like 4 people.
You can get bigger
Is
ones.
there
That
a
depends on the aircraft.
registration fee?
He says there is a registration fee, but I'm willing to pay that.
Well, this actually seems like a pretty good deal. Of course, you are going to be making $1.7 million at the end of your trip. So it looks like we can all come out as winners.
It also sounds like we need 2 teams.
That's not.
A race team and
30%.
someone to go check out the cargo.
It was
Oh,
2
sorry,
million.
1.4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1.4.
Damn it! I should have kept my mouth shut.
Still, it's a lot of money.
He smiles and takes a swig of his drink. He says, "I think we can do this. We need to find ourselves a good, fast air raft, and we can participate in this race."
I'm surprised he didn't say, and a damn good pilot, so everybody that's involved in that can all look at Sam, who's like, what? I was going to be gambling.
No, I was planning on eating. I was planning on going to the best restaurant and gorging myself. Now I have to work.
Yeah.
He's
Now I
over there.
gotta work.
He's over there trying to stack cards, and he keeps dropping them every time.
Hey, be careful
And,
with my
well,
card.
He says, "Of course, we'll need a good pilot."
The other question is, this is a 3-day trip. So the captain's going to have to authorize us to stay that extra time.
Well, you have shore leave.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, how long
we've got
was
3
it?
days is what's on the schedule, so it may have to schedule it for a bit longer. And I guess the real question is, are we ahead of schedule at this point? So currently we are supposed to be on Cordan 4. I guess that's entering the Cordan system at 153. And it is currently 142. So yeah, we're ahead of schedule.
So if you have to clear this with the captain will say you know shore leave is granted up until the time that we have a scheduled departure. So however long that works out to be.
And as long as Sam doesn't totally foobar the piloting rules, we should be back in plenty of time.
I'm counting on my luck. So yeah, let's hope that works.
So there are already some teams that have been registered and seem to be favourites. There is House Haley's Hounds. House Haley is obviously Baron Haley's entrant. They are registered as pursuers. You have a group called the Velvet Circuit. They are registered as the Quarry, and they're also noted to be affiliated with House Lyran. Another team is the Gravewind Syndicate. They are listed as or registered as a quarry. They have no affiliation.
Are you suggesting sabotage?
You have another team called the Basilisk. They are registered as pursuers with no affiliation.
So what are the exact rules? You've determined that there's quarry and pursuers, but what are the actual rules?
Okay, so you will read through the rules, or Rilo will sort of paraphrase them as he's sort of going through the rules. And the quarry have checkpoints that they must go to pick up tokens. These tokens are attached to the aircraft. You can do whatever you want to try and protect those tokens, but they can't be like locked away in a box or anything like that. They have to be accessible, because obviously the pursuers are after those tokens. So the quarry will be released beforehand. You will have a list of all the checkpoints. You can go to the checkpoints in any order that you choose. The pursuers will know the location of these checkpoints as well, but they don't know what order that you guys will, or the pursuer, sorry, the quarry will go to these checkpoints. Their objective is to relieve you of your tokens, or not you, relieve the quarry of their tokens, and then also finish the race. So you will get points for all the tokens that you carry across the finishing line, and the race ends at there's 3 legs of the race, and they end at when all the teams have sort of arrived at the finishing line for that day. There are basically no rules except you are not allowed to hurt the other participants. So, no killing. Certainly, you can rough them up a little bit, but you shouldn't be hurting anyone.
No disintegrations.
But that will, sabotage and trickery and whatever is, all accepted. It's just participants aren't supposed to be hurt. You can relieve tokens from other parties. So the pursuers can collect tokens from any one of the quarry. However, each token is unique. So if two quarry have the same token, the pursuer only gets points for the token, the unique tokens that they acquire, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you also get points for finishing first. So as the teams sort of turn up at the finishing line for the day, you will get points that decrease the further you are down the list, and that applies to the quarry and the pursuers. Then next day, the next leg of the race will begin. The new checkpoints will be made available. The quarry get released first, and then the pursuers get released an hour later.
Is there a fixed number of pursuers, or like depends on the people, that are available?
What was the first part?
If there's a fixed number of pursuers, or if that can vary.
That can vary. So you choose how you wish to enter this race.
We should get a second ship and both be quarries.
Then we'd have to have another really good pilot, and I'm not sure if we have anybody.
They don't need to be as
super
good.
great.
We can just send the first one to a couple of checkpoints to finish the race early, and have a second ship whose primary objective is to collect more of the tokens, and then take all the tokens from the first ship and give it to the second ship.
Well, the tokens are unique, so having two tokens from the same checkpoint only gives you 1 point.
Oh, okay. So
there's no point collecting all the tokens.
Are unique.
Yeah, each checkpoint has a unique token.
Yep, I misunderstood. Sorry.
And how do we take them from, let's say we were a pursuer, how do we get them from the quarry?
You remove it from the air raft. So they're like magnetically attached. They have it's like a ribbon that is magnetically attached to the air raft. And as long as you can remove it, then you secure that token. Then you have to attach it to your air raft. It's kind of like a capture the flag sort of thing.
Can pursuers go after each other?
Sure.
Wow, that's very Mad Max of this race.
I'm just wondering, you said we can't fight, so how are they, how do people defend and take it by force if nobody's really allowed to hurt each other?
Drive really well. be faster than everyone else. Have some tactics. If you're the quarry, maybe you can use stealth or whatever to try and get where you need to go without being noticed. Obviously, everyone knows the location of the checkpoints, so pursuers are probably going to turn up to checkpoints and they'll be there waiting. So you'll have to try and get your token and then escape without the pursuers grabbing your token.
Does Dozer have telekinesis?
Nope.
Because I was just totally thinking it'd be funny if inexplicably the pursuers just keep having vehicle breakdowns.
Not suggestion though.
I
Like,
was
wow, they're right on top of us, and then they blow a tranny.
You can totally try and
Um,
sabotage their air rafts. Think of it a little bit like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Cannonball Run.
Not in a very, very long time.
So at the end of every day, you get to a particular location where you park for the night, you rest, you drink, party. There's festivities and such, and then the race begins. The next leg of the race begins anew the next day.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we have to get a sufficiently decent air raft.
It's thinking of Fast and Furious. We're gonna have to like soup it up, put some nitros on there.
That's right. We're gonna have to have a montage as we're souping it up with Dean going, he, you know what I'm gonna do here? And we're like, we don't want to know. We just want it to go fast.
I don't know if we have time for all that. When does this start?
It's a very quick montage.
With the A-Team
Yep.
theme in the background.
That's exactly right.
It'll happen at the speed of plot.
Top Gear style.
Oh yes, Top Gear. I mended it.
Yeah, we're totally going to get Oliver.
Oh right. So we have to get an air raft.
Paint it. Put some flames on it because
No, it's not going to be flames. It's
No,
going to be all black with a red stripe
No.
on either side.
gonna say it has to be red. Everyone knows red vehicles
Oh
go faster.
yeah, that's true. Well, that's only in the 40K verse,
And only if you're an orc.
and only if you're an orc.
Looks to the meathead, the whichever one of our characters looks the orkiest.
Give me. Oh, actually, no need for a roll on this.
What is it going to be? Universe?
No,
For what?
not universe. It's as you're looking at the various entrants and such. The Gravewind Syndicate. You're looking at the team for the Gravewind Syndicate, and they look like some dodgy people. You're going, those dudes, they're definitely like a criminal organization. They're pirates or smugglers or something like that.
I got
Well,
an
I
idea.
guess.
We only really care about, while the money of winning would be nice, we really only care about the trade license, right?
Ish.
I mean, that trade license is a lot more valuable to us in the long run than the 100,000 will be up front.
The trade license is definitely the cream of the prize pool, and perhaps getting an audience with the Baroness Lux as well.
I'm sure
Right.
the Gravewing Syndicate would not be opposed to
Oh,
Hey, yeah,
pre-race
if you target all these
negotiations.
other stuff, we'll give you the $100,000.
Yeah,
That would be kind of
exactly.
funny.
Why not?
well, if you're going to do that, why not tell all of them that?
But then you may have to pay
No.
all of them.
And also House Haley's hounds. They're already associated with the Baroness, so
Well,
things
they're not. They're
they're not in the
associated with
race for the
Baron.
prize winning.
They're Baron Haley,
Yeah. So they're
which
going
is
to
not
be
Baroness Lux.
they're
Different houses.
associated with different house already on this planet. So they probably already have access to a trade license. They're more likely in this for prestige audience. So negotiating with them will be a bit more difficult.
No, but I see what you're saying about the criminal syndicate. That's not a dumb idea. It's actually a pretty good idea if you can arrange. If we have somebody who can actually coordinate and arrange that,
I can try.
and you can be convincing enough.
I can try and find them.
I've
Yeah, I
got
think
streetwise smuggling, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think
Just
the two of them are
Streetwise.
probably. Yeah, go ahead.
So I have streetwise subwoofer.
because the vehicles are somewhat important in this race. House Haley, they're standing next to their vehicle, and it looks like it's an armored air raft.
Yeah,
What do they need armor for?
Tuscan Raiders
It's for crashing through those blockades and stuff.
and Tuscan Raiders.
The Velvet Circuit, their air raft is sleek, and it looks to be detailed with neon. The
I
Gravewing
guess they're not
Syndicate
afraid
air
then.
raft is matte black, angular in appearance. The Basilisk, they have a really beefy air raft that has twin engines, and it seems to have like an open sort of frame. Kind of looks a little bit like you'd imagine a monster truck of air rafts. Roll bars and stuff like that.
I hear you using all these words to describe these things, but pictures are worth 1,000 of those.
Mr. AI guy.
Yeah, AI doesn't really know what an air raft looks like.
Last I checked, TTRPGs are meant to be theater of the mind anyway.
Shh. You're supposed to give GM crap.
They only started as theater of the mind because people didn't have AI images.
You must have imagination, Comey.
Must I? That's a lot of work. Yeah,
Look
we got
to
to figure out
whichever one of these.
what our crappy airspeeder is going to look like. Also, we need to obtain it. How
So-
much does
So-
an air raft cost?
Can we like rent it?
Oh, surely.
Would you want to use a rental for a race?
We need to
Hertz,
find Anakin Skywalker.
Hertz rent a car or rent a
Would you
raft.
rent a Would you rent a Lamborghini for track day?
I
No,
might.
I'd rent a.
If it meant I got
I'd-
to drive a Lamborghini around the track, then yes, I would probably rent one.
Cater. So we need someone to go check out the dash that we need to move up in, but that can wait. I'll go see if I can track down the Graveling Syndicate and see if we can come up with an arrangement. Who's going to go find and acquire a ship?
I think I might be able to get us a ship.
Well, you want to
And
I
involve
guess-
Sam in that.
Yeah, I was
Someone
going to
better
say I'll
come as
tag
my
along
backup.
with Sally.
Wow, these air rafts, thanks to Google, are really kind of boring.
They hovercrafts.
Yeah, they're just basically hovercrafts. They're so boring looking.
Yeah, imagination's better.
How much money are we talking about, just to make sure I'm going to have the funds available?
Right, for
For the raft?
Yeah, how much is an air raft?
yeah, that's why I'd ask that. It's like, how much do they cost?
Just looking for it.
Because if I hadn't given you 50 grand earlier, well, actually, we're about to get paid again.
Not again. You already got paid.
Well, we just got paid again.
Did we? Okay, then I need to. Then I can probably give him 50 grand again if necessary.
Well, like not again. So last session, we did your
We got
pay.
paid while we were in transit.
Yes.
Okay, I did not put that on my character sheet. And because I'm still in the process of transferring stuff, I do not know how much money that is. Did we put that on the Discord?
Yes. Well, no, it's on the general discussion on the boards.
Talk
Okay.
amongst
Crap, I
yourselves
can't.
for a second. I just need to let a dog out. Hang on.
Crap, I don't have my login on this one.
Well,
Is that a euphemism for something?
I have about 50,000, 60,000 credits still.
Yeah, I have 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna have about that as well. The to FX, but I'm not 100% positive how much. Hold on.
Do
We
A
can always
raft is-
sell it afterwards as well, because it's not like we're
True.
going to want to take this thing with us.
Yeah, you might.
Unless we
yeah.
trick it out to where it's super awesome.
Back.
How long? When does the race start? How long do we have?
You
Another
have
thing
plot.
Plot.
Plot time.
Another thing that I was thinking was if we found somebody locally that could make one and sponsor us, and we race their raft, so it's not technically ours and we don't have to buy it, and then maybe just give them a percentage of the winnings.
I mean, you could potentially.
They
do
might
that,
not
yeah.
care because they probably end up selling their craft if it does well.
Sounds like a good plan.
So now we need to find a sponsor as well.
So you're going to try and find a Watto.
I mean, maybe we could do both. We could look for a sponsor, and then we could also look for actually purchasing one from
In
a
the
local
process
dealer.
of trying to purchase one, you might find a sponsor. So
Yeah. I mean, I think we just decide what we're going to do and just go for it.
When's our shuttle to the planet?
Any minute now.
Aircrafts. Wow. Air rafts can get really expensive.
Surprising no one.
I need to
Yeah.
grab a coffee while you guys talk.
In Interstellar Wars, the cheapest air raft there is 400k.
Oof.
Yeah, so let's find a sponsor.
I think isn't Interstellar Wars like more expensive? The economy there's
I
more,
don't recall.
or is it backwards than the
Let me-
spaceships?
Let me check.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, someone dropped out.
I seem to recall the ships in spaceships are like way cheaper than they are in Interstellar Wars.
I think it was the other way around.
They're backwards.
I don't know. Travel ships are generally stupidly, absurdly expensive.
Let me check 3rd edition.
Now, 3rd edition has the prices in credits, which I did find a rule of thumb conversion is 3 GURPS to the credit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so the 3rd edition prices are way lower, but they are using the Imperial credits, so the exchange rate between those and GURPS is a bit different.
So it sounds like we need to do the scene from Firefly where they're on that planet. They go to the junkyard and then get a
That's
crashed
exactly what I
one,
thought.
and then just make it work and
User
make it
joined your
awesome.
channel.
That's exactly what I thought.
Completely with the A-Team music playing in the background.
Well, the thing you have to think about here is we don't get anything if we don't win.
Exactly.
So we have to figure out how we're going to win. And if we get a junk craft that we hobble together, we're going to have a really good plan.
But then we're the what is it? The pesky underdog. So naturally, we have to win.
All right, so you said 3 GURPS to 1 Imperial credit.
Yes.
So that
Triple the prices in 3rd edition.
that would put your average air raft as being 18 to 20k.
That's absurd.
Wow. Okay,
So
that
they're
is radically
cars.
different.
They're basically the equivalent of a
Well,
modern
yeah,
car.
they are.
Well, a low end car, 18 to 20. Holy crap!
And I guess we'll use the quality.
Yeah.
Quality rules. So fine quality will go faster at 4 times the cost. Very fine will go faster again at what is it, 20 times the cost?
At risk of
Oh, wow.
muddying the waters, there is also Action 7, I want to say, that has the tricked out rides.
I think that's a
And they-
separate book, isn't it?
Yeah, that is
Action
a separate
7,
book.
yeah, tricked
Yeah.
out rides.
And it does have
Forgot about
some
that book.
quickie
That one's
rules
fun.
for souping things up.
Well, we can certainly do that if you want.
Tragically, I've only got 47 that I can put into it? Well, I'm going to say 45 because I may need some actual food money.
It is also possible that you could get a sponsor.
Sponsor seems like the best way to go.
But the
Just
sponsor's
yeah,
My
going to
character
want the
would offer whatever
license.
money he has available.
Well, they may
Because
not
why
want
not?
the license.
It would be awesome. Imagine Team Luigi's Pizzeria.
Of course, it could be that the sponsor gets a license as well, if they're part of the team.
The sponsor will be a vehicle manufacturer. They won't be as interested in the license.
Well, it depends. It could be a used car dealership.
Well, I'm going to rely on the face people to square us away on there.
You
I'm
have
going to be poring over the maps trying to figure out the optimal tactical route.
you have some other options for sponsor. There is two houses have put forward teams, so you could possibly see if there's any rivals to those houses that are willing to sponsor, just so they can, make their rivals lose.
That's not a terrible idea. So can I do a quick research check or research roll to get a layout of the various nobles to identify the most likely person to our house to approach?
Sure.
Yeah, I was
You could
figuring,
either
just
you
using
could
the
either
computer
use
stuff.
research, or if you have like a current affairs or something like that, you're welcome to make that roll as well.
Yeah, it'd have to be research. Any of my current affairs is not going to be appropriate here. So, failed by 1. That's appropriate.
So you will go through past news reports and such, and you find
All these house names mixed together.
little things. There's rivalries between all the houses, but you don't seem to find anything that you would suspect runs deep.
Okay. Well, we can just pick one at random that isn't one of the two that are already sponsored. We can go, let's talk to these people. I like their flag. It's nice and blue.
So the two competing houses are House Haley, or Baron Haley's team, and House Lyron.
Right. So I want to go to House Steiner. That's weird, Giger. I see parentheses link, but I don't actually see a link.
I did not do that.
Oh, it was me. I accidentally dragged and
Okay.
dropped something. Yeah, it's probably his link, but yeah.
No, what I was going to say was, I don't know if this would be folded into that same research role, but past races. So if any of the houses are not racing this year, it may be that they still have a vehicle.
Sure. Give me another research roll.
Drum roll, please. Again, fail by 1. Holy crap.
Well, if we're working together.
Yeah, sure. You can do an assist if there's people that have research that want to assist.
Unfortunately, I don't seem to have research or anything related. If somebody
Yeah.
actually had savoir-faire, high society in this
I
case,
do.
that would be a good one.
Yeah, but I think you would use that to actually interact with them, not to research them.
Right, but in this case, I think it would apply. And you can assist yourself in that case.
Can
If
computer operation or research do an assist role?
Oh, not good.
Research, if you have a research skill, then you could do that as an assist.
Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna
it was
roll.
a couple sessions ago. I think we needed to make research, and I didn't have it, and that's why I ended up putting a point in it.
I'm not
Come on,
helping.
guys.
Okay, so that was for the first one. The second one, you can make a roll.
Holy crap, you're better at it than I am. I should have been assisting you.
All right, so that will be a succeed by 0 then with the assist on the second roll. So you don't find any particular rival houses or whatever. But you do see that House Lux, last year, there was a bit of controversy with House Lux, considering that it is the Baroness that hosts this event. People said, there's a conflict of interest to host the event and then have your own team in the event. So House Lux withdrew from further events.
How can we swing that? Hey, can we borrow your vehicle so you can talk shit when we win?
You could either do that directly with the particulars of the house, or if the vehicle itself was either is owned or operated by someone lower down the rungs, or they sold it off and a different owner currently has the vehicle. So there are a few ways you could end up working that.
We could
I guess it
probably
really
also
boils
ask
down to who is
Rival.
currently in possession of that vehicle.
Remember, if we're going to plan on negotiating with the other teams with an agreement, we'll also need to negotiate good terms with our sponsor to ensure that we get access to the trade license and potentially the winning money. So they'll need to be interested in the prestige and possibly the potential of additional sales of vehicles.
Right.
If you have Streetwise, I'll let you do a Streetwise roll to find out.
Yes.
You were trying to work out who was the current owner of House Lux's previous vehicle.
Sounds that way. That's definitely out of my. I don't have Streetwise, so I know Sully does.
That's Sully's wheelhouse.
I have as well.
All right, so
Man.
Pen, you can assist.
I'm
What's your
surrounded by
Streetwise?
sneaky people.
He's got a 15. I've got a 15 as well.
So, yep.
Okay, so that's a +2 on the assists.
And then
By 9.
So succeed by 9. Total.
Shiny. Yeah.
All right, so you will spend some time asking around. And it appears that House Lux still owns their vehicle.
Is it someone high up or someone more accessible?
Well, you would have to try and... Obviously, you're not going to be able to speak to the Baroness. That sort of shit doesn't happen. But you could, liaise with their various points of contact and say, have your pitch to them, if that's what you're hoping to do to get a vehicle.
Might be worth at least checking into. Because
That's
Flynn,
probably
at the very least, has savoir-faire high society, so he can potentially, if nobody else has that, he might be able to at least get us in the door, and then let the diplomancers loose.
ultimately, I think that direction is probably the most win-win of the possibilities, because A, they're going to have one that's ready for the race. B, that being House Lux, if we did really well, even if we didn't win, they may still be impressed enough with our performance. They might be willing to give us the license.
What is this if we don't win bullshit? Get rid of that.
It is theoretically possible.
It is no. We're the scrappy underdogs in this.
Depends on how much you cheat.
It also depends on terms of negotiations with the other team.
You also do have a telepath amongst
We don't
you
know
that could
officially.
sway people's persuade people.
You should
There
just
you
come
go.
out and say it so we know.
And so you want to let us borrow your vehicle, and they're like, I really do. And that's when I'm like, okay, dude, really?
Or we
Wow,
could
he's
do
a
the
good
opposite.
negotiator.
Why does he keep waving his hand around like that?
Credits will do fine.
Which I'm pretty sure you don't need to do with GURPS tapes, but still.
House rule: you have to wave your hand. Maybe you can get a modifier.
That could be a modifier.
Modifier. Must wave your hand when you're doing this trick.
We
Of
do
the
a
mind.
gesture,
It's only with-
test.
Yes.
It's only a 5% saving on any ability, so it's barely
But
worth it.
still, that's
Put your
still
first two fingers on the side of your head like Xavier.
Yep, that's also another 5% maybe.
Very discreet.
All right, so what is your plan of action? How are you guys going to move forward? Turns out that the next shuttle to the planet's surface has just arrived, and it is asking for people traveling to Cordan downport. Please begin to board. This is your final boarding call.
So I can use savoir-faire to try to get us in the door, but I am not a super awesome diplomancer. I've only got a 12. So I would need somebody else who's far better at talking the talk than me.
Well, I can aid
Flynn's
you.
go-to guy
I've
in
got
that
high
regard is going
society.
to be Sully.
Yeah.
My diplomacy is a 13. I'm mostly good at business transactions, but not general
You can argue
diplomacy.
this is sort of a business transaction.
Well, you're just the
That's
first one
fair.
he's going to think of because you guys are both senior officers.
Yeah.
Well, your team will have to register, so you'll have to go to the registry office, and I guess since it's
We
House
can't
Lux,
register until we got a vehicle.
well, you could register without a vehicle. You just won't be able to race very well.
And
Come
won't
race
they be
day.
surprised when we still
We'll just
win?
run.
Wait, well, we've got 3 jobs to do. We've got to go register, get our vehicle, and talk to the other teams. So, who's doing
Yeah.
what?
Technically, there's enough of us we could do all 3 at once.
So Flynn is going to go to the Sully kind of needs to go talk to the criminal guys, doesn't he? Because that's businessy.
You also need to come up with a name for your team. It's all in the name.
The Olympians, because we're from the Olympus.
Bucket Brigade?
We're not a
Predictability.
brigade. So
Dean's probably thinking, I wish I were camping.
well,
it's going to be sort of camping light.
Yeah, in this case, he was going to see a lot of the planet. So it sounds like Sully and Sam need to go do the talking with the
Find the ship.
criminal guys. I guess Flynn and what are we calling him?
Dozer.
Dozer could try to do the because apparently he's got savoir-faire high society too, to do the at least initial negotiations for the vehicle. I guess Dean and 4 could do the initial
Registration.
what's the word? Registration, unless 4 wants to go with Sully and Sam, because honestly, what
4
Dean
doesn't have any bureaucracy or any
yeah,
so
admin
it's like skills. So
Dean can probably
he'd be better off
he can
on
do that himself.
Yeah.
It's not like registration is particularly difficult.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably better
So
off going
Dean will
with the
go.
criminal
Dean will go register us. He'll get to name us. I was going to recommend
Rilo,
the Olympians.
Rilo will go with Dean in that case.
Oh right, I keep forgetting the NPC.
He's footing the bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I guess FX wanted to see the goods. Inspect the goods.
do. Yep.
That can technically be done later, can't it?
Yeah, that is a 4th operation.
It could be a behind the scenes thing, or
While
Off-screen.
Dean is hopefully repairing and doing the A-team stuff on the vehicle, so it goes even faster by painting it red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will board the
Shark
shuttle to the downport, and you will see that there are a number of people on board this shuttle that are wearing, paraphernalia that represents various teams and such. Think of these guys as soccer fans heading to their favorite game.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Well, now that
Oh
Dean's
God! If there's
in on
soccer
the
hooligans, we're doomed.
now that Dean's in on the race thing, he is going to start asking around for people, since they're apparently fans of this thing. How does this typically go, and what are your favorite moments? That sort of thing.
How many people die per race?
That's a good one.
The guys that you're talking to, they don't remember anyone dying, but they do recall a couple of years back there was a fairly serious accident where some people, or the people in the aircraft, were injured and had to go to hospital. But there's all sorts of things that go on. Aircrafts are sabotaged. There was a time where the police pulled over an aircraft and inspected it for a lengthy period of time before letting it proceed. And he'll just go through all sorts of stuff. I don't want to give you too many ideas. I want you guys...
This is actually a Cannonball Run thing.
It is kind of like a Cannonball Run. It's not an illegal event.
Nice.
So, well, of course, if you break...
Technically, the Cannonball Run was not illegal.
So we could eat human flesh.
If you do illegal stuff, then, of course, you have to wear that.
I have another thing that Sully wants to do. Maybe I forget who was the other gambler here, but maybe do some propaganda to raise the odds against us, and then place some bets. Bets, obviously, that we're going to win.
Well, work out what the goal is first. Goal is a trade license primarily. Everything else is negotiating room.
No, the goal is to look awesome and get the trade license.
The guy will mention another event where, come the morning, the one of the teams was just completely absent. They didn't turn up, and it was found out later on that someone had dropped them out in the middle of nowhere, and they had to walk all the way back.
Oh well, let's try to avoid that one.
I don't know. I like the idea of dropping some people off in the middle of nowhere so they don't beat us.
So we do some carousing.
If you want to do dirty tricks, it's entirely up to you. If you want to try and be honest and do everything by the book, you can do.
I do
that
not
as well.
have the honesty disadvantage.
Now I'm trying to remember some of the characters in the Cannonball Run.
Are they going to miraculously show up?
Well, let's see how many I can remember. You got the chicks in the Lamborghini. You got the Shake. You got the two con men that were dressed as priests.
Wasn't Jackie Chan in
Got Roger
Cannonball Run?
Moore.
I think he was in
Jackie
one
Chan.
of them.
Yeah.
Not in the first one, but like maybe the second or third one.
Yeah, I get them mixed up sometimes. And then, of course, the what's his nuts in the ambulance, which was apparently a real thing in the real Cannonball Run. Actually, quite a few incidents that showed up in the movie were from the real Cannonball Run.
And of course, there is a party that will take place on the night before the first leg. Or
Yeah, I think we should smooth up to them, try to get them drunk, put some roofies in their drinks.
If only we had a telepath who could convince them partying more was a great plan before the night before a race.
If only.
Yeah.
Keep drinking.
Give them spoiled food so
Yeah,
they get the
exactly.
trots.
Wave his hand and go, 100 proof is not enough. You need more. It's good luck.
There's plenty of alcohols that are 160.
So is there
That's
anything
right.
else, any particular information that you're chasing from these cannonballer enthusiasts?
Maybe
Where the
Sorry, go ahead.
syndicate team warehouse.
Well, they won't know that. The various
Yep.
teams will have their own, I guess, truck that has all their stuff that will drive to the next spot or the next finish line.
Yeah, but they'll be in a garage at the moment, I'm assuming, of some description.
Most likely, yes.
And maybe about the terrain. Anything particularly about the terrain?
The terrain.
Grove.
The terrain varies year to year, so it's the checkpoints that determine where you have to go. Obviously, you're using air rafts, so terrain's not that much of an issue to you.
Okay.
But the checkpoints aren't released until just before the the teams leave. And keep in mind, it's the quarry that leaves first, and then the pursuers leave an hour later.
Right. So we have to determine that whether we're going to do quarry or pursuers.
True.
You can
We
always
don't.
try and find out who's got the information about the checkpoints and dip into their head just before the race.
We need a hacker.
Yeah, a mind hacker.
That works too.
That's what teeping is for.
Right. Well, unless there's anything else that you want to try and get from these fans,
No.
The shuttle will land on the planet's surface. Once you exit the shuttle, you're told that rebreathers are recommended. Cordan's atmosphere is denser than normal, and I think headaches and sluggishness are one of the side effects of that.
And I'm presuming this is a they know they actually have like a thing that sells rebreathers.
Yeah, you can get rebreathers, not a problem. So
how much do they cost?
From memory, they're like 250. They're quite cheap, whatever they are in Ultratech.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I think I had one.
Just use the one on my morph suit.
The rebreathers are unobtrusive. They're just little things that you stick in your mouth and you're good to go.
Hey, Giger, can you look that up? Tell me how much that does cost, because I don't have access to the books
I
at the
apparently
moment.
did not actually have it.
Is it in the items?
Yeah.
Oh,
just
I didn't
trying to
think
remember
about
what
that.
is
In
it actually
survival.
called.
They're filter masks, if I recall.
Okay, well, there
That
is a
does
reducing
look like
respirator,
that.
which is technically what this is.
Filter
That's
mask.
500.
Filter mask is 100.
Nasal filter plugs.
It's 100. Let me get those.
Yeah, 100.
So, let me drop that. There, I've dropped those items into the chat if you needed them.
We can just drag and drop the inventory as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The cost is 100.
Yep, this isn't going to end horribly in an explosion at all.
Not for
all right,
us.
so who's going to be doing what? Dozer and who else was going to...
Flynn.
Dozer
Flynn and Dozer are doing the savoir-faire high society. Dean and Relo are doing the registration, and the rest are tracking down the potential syndicate to try to make them not do stuff. Reducing respirator.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the one you want.
How much does that cost?
You guys being
where the hell
more-
is it? Okay, there it is. Reducing is that one's fine.
Okay, it's on there. It's 500. Whew.
Is it 500?
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to see what the difference was. Okay, and TL11 lasts for 10 days instead of 3.
Okay, so first up, we'll deal with the high society. Those of you that are going to try and make contact with House Lux to see if they're willing to let you take their vehicle. I'll need a savoir-faire roll from
All
you.
right.
If you're doing it as a team,
Mm-hmm.
then someone is designated assist and someone's
I
the
have
primary.
1 point higher than yours normally, Dozer. You've got a 12. I got a 13. So I should probably take lead.
Yep. I'll aid.
Possibly telepathically.
Suggestion. Pass
Can
persuade.
we can come in, right?
Hmm?
Okay, so you make your roll and I will make mine.
High society.
Yep.
Where is it again?
Savoir-faire.
That's it. Oh, is that a
Man,
one?
we should have had him make it.
Oh, it's a crit.
+2. Yep, by 8. Yep, that's a crit. So it gives me a +2. So, yay, my success is by 3 instead of his by 8.
All right.
Hate it when that happens.
That is still sufficient to talk to a representative from House Lux. The guy that you speak to looks like any sort of suit. He you're led into his office. You can see that he looks at his watch and he says, "Be quick, I am very busy." But apparently you have a proposal for House Lux.
I'm going to lay out our proposal. We want to use their speeder to win this thing, and they will get bragging rights, because we know that they sort of withdrew previously because it's not necessarily good to be sponsored, but if they're not sponsoring it,
I'll try suggestion on this guy. Listen to what we're saying.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
ooh, by 6, good roll. And he rolls a frickin' 6 on his will, of course. That's generally the way it works.
Yeah, but if it's only a 10.
That's true. Heck, if it's an 11, it's still he still beats him. It's only 12 when you start running into a tie, I think.
Okay. So listen to what you have to say.
Literally. He just listens.
He will.
Doesn't respond.
He said it's a good idea.
Or consider what we have to say.
He says, "So, who exactly are you people? Do you represent anyone?"
We are crew members on the Olympus, and which I don't remember what the name of the company is. That the
Olympus Enterprises.
Is it Olympus Enterprises that is moving through this area, and we are, definitely the obviously the license is of great value to us.
Give me a reaction roll or a influence roll for good
I'm going to
reaction.
do them both. I'm going to do them both because I'm going to do the
Diplomacy.
reaction. Yeah, diplomacy. So let's see. Charisma will play. I don't think any of the other stuff is going to come into play. Wait, will rank come into play? Probably not.
No,
Nah.
you're a peasant.
You do have status, though, right?
I am not a peasant.
Yeah, so it'll be the relative
Yeah.
status that'll apply here. So if his is higher,
What is
you'll
his
get the penalty.
status? It's probably like 1 or 2.
So his status would be 0 because.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shiny.
Functionary.
So
Citizens are all members
I got a
of
good
the household.
reaction because I have a status 2.
Yeah, citizens are all members of the household. Anyone that's not a member of the household is a non-citizen, and they're basically just peasants. Their status -1.
Hey, Giga, are
So
you actually
regular
typing
people
something?
are -1.
Say again.
Are you actually typing something? Because the thing's saying,
No.
indicating that you are. Yeah, you should probably like hit enter or something in there. Yeah, at any rate, I got a good reaction.
Okay, so that's the same that you would get with diplomacy.
Right.
So
Yeah, I forgot the diplomacy.
there's no need
I
to
should
roll.
I should probably make it in case it's a critical success, right? Can that
I
do
don't
anything
think,
better?
I don't think that gets you better.
Okay, then I will go with the good reaction.
The only thing wrong with trying for a critical success is you often get a critical failure.
With diplomacy, crit failure default to reaction anyway.
Yeah, no, all you get out of it is good, even if you crit, so you're already good.
I'm rolling it anyway, so now I have an excuse to actually put some more points in it for later.
Well, it doesn't get any worse.
Yeah, it doesn't get any worse.
Oh, I should actually add the suggestion. If you get a +1 on suggestion to your reaction, does that change that to a very good?
15?
I don't know. I don't know what the reactions are.
I think
Unfortunately.
it might. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like if you remember, what is it?
I don't remember what
last week. I think it was last week that I swapped out my new, put my new computer. I still haven't gotten around to putting all of my important stuff, like my GURPS books, onto this one.
No, it's 16 is the very good breakpoint.
So I'd need a +2.
All right, so the suggestion gave you a +1.
Well, it was pretty close to a very good. He almost started going, "Yes, my lord. Very good, my lord.
He says,
Would you like coffee, my lord?"
How much of your background do you sort of give to this guy? So you're claiming status. So you would tell him that you're a knight from Drenax?
Tobias Flynn of House Flynn of Drenax, yes.
Does your house have any sort of reputation?
Only within Drenax because it's super small.
So the guy will say, I am interested in what you have to offer. All that you're seeking is the use of our air raft. Is that correct?
That is correct. We could obtain one ourselves, of course, but...
And you'd also need... We'd also want the assistance for the race. So the ground thing.
Sorry, say that again?
The repair truck.
The support
Support vehicle.
vehicle.
That's the word. And the
I
team,
would
if they feel like
probably
it.
say, yeah. In that case, I would probably say that's all we're actually asking for is the vehicle. But if you were so inclined, to include the support team, then we obviously wouldn't look down upon that. But I think we've got that. We will probably have that covered with our expert mechanics.
He says, I like your offer. I'm not sure if you're aware that House Lux had to withdraw from this year's event due to some controversy that was started last year.
No doubt by the rival houses that think they're better than you are.
I will bring this to the Baroness. I am sure that she would love to have our vehicle represented in the race. Baron, it will make Baron Haley furious.
To ensure to minimize not the conspiracy, the confusion, should we repaint it temporarily so people don't initially think it's like, oh, hey, it's just the Baroness's vehicle after all?
Of course, it will have to be appropriately repainted.
The A-Team music starts to play in the background.
But I like your idea, and I think it'll make the Baron Haley furious to know that our vehicle is in the race, even though it's not represented by House Lux.
Well, we'll have to make sure to further infuriate him by defeating him.
Give me a name for this vehicle.
Name? What do you mean a name?
What did House Lux call this vehicle?
Oh.
I gotta look up what exactly Lux
Lucifer.
is. Why would you call it that? Lux is a unit
Lightbringer.
illumination. So why wouldn't they just call it like Lightbringer?
Well, I
It's a
would
Lux
just call it
vehicle.
Lightbringer, but Lucifer sounds better.
The Tempest.
That's Storm.
But yeah, Lightbringer is effectively what I was talking about.
Normandy.
Johnny Go-Mobile.
No, it'll have an appropriately regal name.
Yeah, I think Lightbringer probably fits there since Lux is a unit of illumination or illuminates, and
Unless
which will be
there's any...
funny when we show up with a black version with red stripes on either side.
So he says, well, the Baron Haley will be furious to see that our vehicle, Lightbringer, is still in the race, even though it may be under a different name.
Now we need to figure out another name that's close enough to be like
Zeus.
clearly thumbing the name at him. Okay,
I'm sure
Zeus
this will
would be
make the
funny.
Baroness happy to hear this. I'll take it to her, and I will be in touch.
And I will give him my comm codes, and we'll be good to go.
And he says, this could be good. It has been some time since we've had someone from Dranax here at Cordan.
Indeed.
Perhaps this is a new beginning for
It's an auspicious day.
our worlds.
One will hope so.
Well met, Sir Flynn of House Flynn.
I will make sure to get his name, which the GM did not give me, but I will, Flynn will know it.
It is Mr. Lux representative. Mr. Luxembourg.
No, you gave me the name. His name is Mr. Lux Representative.
So,
It's a strange name.
long story
but
short, you will get a reply saying that the Baroness is very happy with your offer and is willing to sponsor your entry into this race with their aircraft. There are conditions that you have to rename it, and of course repaint it, and
be the Morning Star.
The vehicle is not to have any sort of association with House Lux. You are simply utilizing the vehicle for your team.
Outstanding. And everybody that is not present will get comm codes that we have a vehicle.
Yay.
With pictures, I presume.
Yep.
And statistics.
Okay, so Dean and was it Sully?
No. Dean is by himself.
Sully,
Sorry, with
Woody,
what's his
Rilo.
nuts.
Yeah.
You will go to register.
Ours is not going to be particularly interesting, I think.
You will go to register.
You're going to get into a fight.
Your team. Rilo will put forward the entry fee. Rilo will turn to Dean and say, they want to know what team we want to register under.
And he'll look at his notes on his computer. It's Olympians. That's what we're going with. The Olympians.
The Olympians.
And then you'll piece it together and go, oh, yeah, right, because we're on the Olympus.
He'll go,
I see that.
Makes sense. And he'll turn to the official and say, all right, our team will be the Olympians. And he'll spell it out. They will ask, is there any affiliation? Are you affiliated with, or do you want to note any affiliation?
We are unaffiliated.
All right, you will be noted as unaffiliated. Then they will just get your relevant other details, names of the people that represent your team, and so forth. Is there anything that you wish to ask or inquire about during this registration process? Oh, and will you register as pursuers or quarry?
Oh, did we make a call on that?
I don't think we did.
I
was leaning towards quarry just because if we can get from point A to point B as fast as possible, then who cares about the rest?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning too.
It makes sense because they also have Daredevil, so that might be beneficial to the situation.
And you can go, hey, look at this. I'm going to go sideways, guys. And we're like, oh, my God.
We know his favorite thing is to lose pursuers. Yeah, we'll be registering as quarry. Question. So what Dean wants to know from the management is who gets the license, and for example, if this guy over here is sponsoring us, is he on the list to get a license as well, or how that works?
The license will be the license is basically a bearer license. So
okay.
But it is only for the people named on the license.
Okay, and is everybody that's listed on the team is a bearer of the license?
Yes. It is only the names that are listed in the team.
And are there requirements for anybody to be on the team? Like, do they actually have to be in the vehicle in order to be on the team, etc.?
No, they don't necessarily need to be on the vehicle, but the team, you've got support, your support team and stuff like that, but you can only list a certain number of people in the team, and we'll just arbitrarily say that's 10 people.
Okay. So Dean will basically at that point turn to Rilo and say, "You want to be on the team?"
He
we don't want
shrugs and
him to be on the team.
he shrugs and sort of shakes his head. It's not going to be of any huge use to me.
Get your name on the license.
Beyond the, the immediate, thing. So, no, it's fine.
All right.
And then Dean promptly puts his name on the team just because.
He absolutely does.
Do you have?
Why would you?
Do you have body language
It's a
or
bearer
anything like
license,
that?
so you're
Or
just
detect
giving the
lies
opportunity
or-
for him to steal something from us.
Does
that he
Dean
can
have
use.
body language or anything?
He
Detect
definitely
lies?
doesn't have body language, and I don't. I'd have to default to tech lies. Whatever it is, he's not really paying attention to that sort of thing unless it's pretty obvious.
No, it's not obvious. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to make the roll. But
Well, yeah.
he just says no. He doesn't want to be on the license.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he is going to put his name on there anyway, just for the hell of it.
Oh, so
We don't have any other support. Actually, Dean may go ahead and add some of the other crew on there as
Not the
support
XO.
in case we need them.
Not the XO, just to later piss him
Not
off.
the XO.
Because then he's going to think that I told you not to do that.
Well, the names on the list have to be participants, so they have to be. You can't put the captain on there unless the captain comes down and participates.
Right.
They're our remote support crew.
Right. And he's talking about if he puts these guys on there, he's going to call them and say, "Hey, we need you for this thing." Because everybody's here on leave anyway, so.
All right, so you put some other names of the crew on there.
Well, we don't want to.
He will have already arranged that, so he would have called everybody to see if they were available. But just other, like some of the oilmen and some of his the fifth engineers and that sort of thing, because might need to fix a vehicle or something.
All right, so.
So he'll fill out the
named crew or unnamed crew.
Unnamed.
So were you also planning on sharing the winnings with everybody else that we're putting on there?
That's up to them.
I can have my share.
Dean doesn't care about that shit.
I'm pretty sure. I was planning on negotiating the winnings away.
Well,
Dean doesn't even talk about the winnings.
Sully might put a squash.
Hey, we're gonna race. We're gonna get in a race. We need you to help us.
That's true.
You got to be picked.
And this is kind of like I could totally see this happen in the military. It's like, hey, we're getting in a stupid race. You want to help? It's like, yeah, actually, I kind of do. This is going to be hysterical.
We should.
Yeah. Anybody that'll agree to it, he'll put them on.
So you're not putting Rilo on?
He is putting Rilo on there.
Okay.
Don't put Rilo on.
So 3 other Olympus crewmen. You're welcome to.
I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
You're welcome to choose from those named ones, or you can indicate which of the unnamed ones have been invited. They're of course going to take you up on this offer because,
it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The chief cook
no.
definitely has to be one of them.
We've got 2 fifth engineers, 2 engine cadets, and 4 technicians under Dean. So he knows his guys. He knows who's going to be able to, who's going to be the best help for this, and that's kind of how he's thinking about it. So it'll be all the unnamed guys.
All right. Since you maintain the list, put a little note saying that this unnamed person is named on the license. So
Gotcha.
once we do come up with names for them, they will be listed.
Okay, well, let's do one each then.
And of course, since you put Rilo down, he is on the license.
Done.
Any other questions?
No, that was it.
All right. So then you're handed some paperwork, disclaimers that you'll have to get signed by everyone, and basically rules, the locations of the finish line for
Right.
each day, and if you've got your designated space to park your support crew and set up your support crew tents and camps or whatever.
Yeah, he'll store them on the Olympus network and share those files with everybody's.
So you'll get all that information, and you also get a invitation to the pre-race event.
Ah, cool. I've never heard of this band.
So that leaves 4. Sam and Sully. What are you 3 intending to do?
What else needs to get done? I mean,
You guys
I
were
don't
going
know.
to go
Make it-
talk to the potential syndicate guy, I think.
Syndicate wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brave Wind Syndicate. Try and make a deal.
You're the ones fighting dirty.
I think I might have been AFK on that conversation. What was the what were we doing?
Trying to make a deal with the Grave Wind Syndicate.
A deal for what? Sorry.
They're the team that plays dirty.
Well,
Eh,
you expect they probably will play dirty.
Yeah.
They just look like thugs and thieves and smugglers and pirates.
You mean like
So-
try to get them on our side or something like that?
Well,
Yeah.
more negotiate them letting us win if we pay them,
Yep.
essentially. So, especially since we're both on the quarry team, we can split the checkpoints. They can give us their tokens, and we can win and then pay them.
It's a stretch
However-
because they're probably going to want to win themselves.
Possibly, but that's where the negotiation part comes
Oh,
in.
so their query as well. I thought they were listed as pursuers.
No, Gravewind Syndicate are quarry.
But that's fine.
So I'll drop this in chat.
So it's finding them. It's going to be the first part.
Doing the help me, help you.
Well, apparently there's a pre-party anyway.
One of those deals you'd want to sort out ahead of time.
Just typing these into chat for you. And they are unaffiliated. There you go. House Haley's hounds are pursuers. They're House Haley. The
We can
basilisk.
guarantee that those guys are going to be pursuing us. Absolutely, because they're going to figure out that we're using the Baroness's vehicle, and they're going to want to whack us, screw us over. So we're going to be relying on Sam to do some nifty awesomeness, so they accidentally crash.
The basilisk are an unaffiliated group. They are pursuers. These are named, so there's more in the group other than these ones here.
Yeah,
but these are just named participants. The Velvet Circle, Circuit, Quarry. They are House Lyran, and Grave Wind Syndicate, Quarry and unaffiliated.
Well, can maybe I'll let is it Sam? Sorry, I don't have like my team speak up, so I can't see like who's talking and who's what. I should probably write down the names.
Sam is Pendragon.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I'll let Sam do the negotiations with the Gravewind Syndicate. If instead Sully wants to go stack the odds again in our favor. I'm sorry. He wants to do some propaganda and pretty much kind of make false rumors that we weren't able to really get a ship that was good enough for us, and we're probably going to lose because we have like a piece of shit, speeder. And so the odds against us are bad. And then in the morning, I'm going to place a bet,
Right.
that we win. That's,
So
with higher.
Maybe you go and buy a busted ass air raft, paint it with your team
and
colors
just be
and
seen.
stuff. Just
be seen with
that as part of your propaganda, and then you turn up with the real air raft.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you can just ditch the whole Gravewind thing since they're Quarry anyway.
You have, I think there's an actual propaganda skill.
There is, but that's specific to politics.
Yeah, I was looking at the, I think it was one of the Dungeon Fantasy books that kind of gives some extra rules on using propaganda like that. But however we want to kind of role play it, or game mechanics wise.
Yeah, indirect persuasion through media, so not politics.
Could it be streetwise, for example, like spread the word or something like that?
Streetwise? Sure.
Yep.
You can give me a streetwise roll, so you start spreading rumors and stuff. So it'll only be, if there's propaganda being spread, it'll only be Sam, Sully, and 4 that can participate.
Okay.
So you're actually going to be an ambulance.
No, it's just that I saw this recently. I've seen this. I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077, so I see that thing, cruising around a lot. So it's like, paint that in those colors.
Am I rolling streetwise then?
Yes.
Not propaganda?
Oh, you can certainly, if you have propaganda as a skill, you can roll that and you can get a bonus +2 from assists.
Is there going to be a penalty for time?
No.
I'm just looking at it. Says it's indirect persuasion through use of media, psychological warfare, blah 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 blah, marketing. It works on groups. GM should set an effective will of the target group.
9.
So I'm basically gonna, all the other betters. I guess that would be the target group. I don't know how big that would be.
Well, it wouldn't be the betters. It would be the bookies that you want to be convincing.
Sure. The bookies. I don't know anything about gambling.
I'll give the bookies a skill of 12, so it'll be a contest of their skill 12 versus whatever skill you want to utilize for your propaganda.
Wow.
Critical success by 11.
Damn.
+2 for the assist. Yeah, you're an outsider. So the odds on you guys are going to be in your favor. How could we decide this?
Like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, etc.
How many teams are there? And
GM's like, oh crap! Now you're gonna make me figure out how many teams there are instead of plot an appropriate number.
There's bleem number
I just
of
say
teams.
because your average. So now, just because if there's 10 teams, everyone has an equal set of chance to win 10%. So you'd be at a ratio of 1.1 to 1.1. But whoever bets more on the winning teams, their number goes up. So if people bet against us or for us to lose or ignore us completely, our numbers might go up to like 1 to 30.
All right, let's. How would we do this?
It's going to be a multiplier. So if I invest $1 million, I'm making 10 million. If it's 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Well, assuming we win.
You also got to remember, if you look at horse races for an example, 10 to 1 isn't uncommon, and there's definitely horse races where you'll have a horse that's 50 to 1.
We'll say 20 to 1. Critical success. You guys are completely unknown. You've managed to spread these rumors. You've done an awesome job at convincing people that you're just going to be a shit team. So 20 to 1.
Nice. No pressure on. Who's our pilot? Is it
Sam?
Oh, Sam is our pilot.
Yep.
No pressure at all.
No pressure,
No pressure
Sam.
at all, because you're inevitably going to go, hey, does anybody want to put some bet on there? I'm like, yeah, here you go. How much are we putting on there?
All of it.
I'll give you 15 grand to put on us.
Let's get a loan.
In the meantime, Sully.
Well, I think everybody could do their own bets on this one and just keep track of their own bet.
Yes, if you want to do bets.
Done.
However, I think if you're betting huge amounts, your odds ratio ends up going down.
So what are the odds? They're 15
it's currently
to 1?
20 to 1.
Well, so the trick is, who are you betting it with?
Bookies.
and what is their limit? Because they may not want to cover, $1 million as a bet.
Well, they will, but I'll have to look up how bookies work it out. But the bookie always wins, because the odds will go down if the number of bets for you guys outweighs the number or the amount of the other bets.
Well, they probably just get a commission, don't they? A percentage of. It doesn't matter if you bet up or down. It's just a percentage. No,
it's a
it's
numbers.
not it.
It's a numbers thing. So most people are going to fail, which is why the odds go down if everybody's betting for someone. You don't win if you bet for the same one that everybody's betting for.
But that's worked out. I believe that's worked out on the dollar value of the total bets, because the bookies never lose.
There is going to be a limit where they're not going to want to have to pay out. So I mean, you could just arbitrarily decide we're talking 4 figures, 5 figures, whatever.
Well, I don't have that much money. I've got 50 grand.
I was only going to put 1,000 on it.
Yeah, we don't have that much
to
money.
not draw too much attention. Because that's like 20 grand in return.
So if none of us are going to spend more than that, then it won't matter.
And the bookie probably won't see it as odd that we're betting on ourselves,
I would expect.
Oh, you don't want to be associated. You don't want to be associated that you're betting for yourself.
No, what you don't want to do is to be betting against yourself.
No.
That's true.
Well, either way, it's not a good look. You don't want to be associated with betting if you're on a team, period, usually.
Oh, is that right? Then maybe we need to bring the XO in on this one and have them make a bet.
Well,
you don't want to bring the XO in.
You can bet. You can bet on yourselves. It's when you start betting against yourselves that you might be accused of trying to fix the event.
Also depends on what you're exactly betting for.
So we've bailed on the plan of fixing the event anyway, so.
It'll be fine. Sam will never roll under or higher than a 5.
Let's hope so. I have luck, so I'll have to do that 3 times for it to fail.
And the GM is going to need to put
don't say
the
it out
vehicle
loud.
stuff on there.
Mm-hmm. Don't jinx things.
Now
who's betting what?
You have to be specific about that. So, what is that 20-1 odds for? Is that winning the entire event?
That's winning.
Oh, that's the wrong dice roll. Sorry. How do I roll disadvantages?
So the way we typically do that is on the skills page. There is a tab for other
abilities tab.
Abilities. And on that other, you can create new abilities in there, and we'll typically create one for a disadvantage, say overconfidence, and then set the roll to whatever your roll is, 12.
For example, I have impulsiveness, and I set it at 15.
I meant to roll 3 dice. I will just roll some dice, and it really hates me. There we go, done. 3 dice.
You can pick up 3 dice, so if you...
That's a D3.
If you click on the D6 and hold it, and then press the other mouse button, so the right mouse button, it'll add extra dice.
Or mouse over and right-click and select 3D.
Well, I passed my compulsive carousing, so I'll only bet half of whatever I currently have.
Your starting wealth, I think, is 75 grand at this tech level. So you'll have to
what about his gear?
You'll have to work out what gear
Yeah, minus
You have.
gear plus pay, assuming I've been paid or not. Doesn't really bother me either way. But just put it down as currently half.
Okay.
I can work out how much that is at some point.
Who else is betting?
$1,000.
I don't even want to roll my impulsiveness. I'm going to put my entire wage on that, which is 8,100.
Sam, what's your skill? Your piloting skill, or your
It's
contragrav
17.
skill?
17.
All right.
All right. So Dean betting?
No. No, he's probably going to look at it like that's kind of cheesy. I don't know if I like that.
That's so funny.
Flynn put 1,000 down on us.
Hey, if I rolled a
Ronnke.
crit fail, I was going looking for a loan shark.
And Sully, how much are you putting down?
Sully's gonna put 40,000.
Damn.
No
Ronnke,
pressure
it's,
there.
Keep in mind, any money that you have tied up in your trade is not available to bet. So
That depends.
So if you went and bought spec cargo, that money that you used for that spec cargo is not available.
Yep.
Is it not available because we already spent it?
It's
Yeah,
not
we've
available
already
because it's
spent it.
spent.
Yeah, we
It's already
spent it.
spent it.
So I don't know if that changes any of your bets.
Ronnke, just one thing. It's 8,100, not 900.
So 8,800.
No, 100.
So
Thanks.
that one? Yep.
Clearly, Sully is buying the beer after the race because
Yeah,
he's going to
Paws
buy all of the beer.
was at about 30 grand left over from his starting money. You can put that down as 30 if it's going to be easier.
So after you've taken out all your starting purchases?
Yep. Just over 40. So even if
And
I
Dean is
change
like,
a
man,
few
these
things,
people are crazy.
I'll still have. Yeah.
Who says
Right.
we're
It's
going
going
to
to
win
be
anyway?
hilarious if we lose this race and only Dean, gets away with his money. That's going to be hilarious.
That
No, it
would
won't.
be amusing.
Yeah,
Well-
it'll be really amusing for Sam.
Oh, it's going to be like a really, really awkward trip from now on, right?
I don't know. After this, I'd be afraid that Sully and 4 would take Sam out behind the woodshed. We'd never see Sam again.
What do you mean afraid? This is
Into a
just what's going to
farmhouse
happen
snake.
if he doesn't win.
Has anybody seen Sam?
Who's this Sam guy you're talking about?
Who's that
Never
floating
heard of him
outside the
before.
window?
He went to
No,
a farm up planet.
He'd get stuck to the side of the hull.
Yeah. Sam said he wanted to quit and he just left.
He was
Yeah.
super embarrassed. So,
Actually, no, he won't be dead because he can't pay it back.
Ronnke, did you see my earlier comment that Flynn was going to, quote, accidentally, unquote, forget to even mention this to the XO and the CO? So they're going to find out about it on day 2 when the rest of the crew starts talking about it.
And they're watching the news and they're going, hang on.
The Olympians?
Is that Flynn?
Okay. Well, they're doing well. Let's start
Yeah.
making some bets.
Now, Dean has involved some of the other engine crew, but they were
That's
already
fine.
down. They were already dirt side at
Yep.
that point, so
And they're going to be
they may
sort
not
of
have said
mostly with
anything.
us.
All right, so
How many people fit on the boat that we're racing is an important question to
I
ask.
think it's going to be conveniently
is.
6.
I think you can fit 8, but it comfortably fits 4 or 6. Let me have a look.
My character has no need to be on the racing vehicle.
Hold on, you're going down with us. If anything goes wrong, you're in with us.
Yeah, so when Sam crashes, you're all dying. You're all
We're
going
all
to hell.
blowing up together.
Okay,
We're
then.
all blowing up together.
And plus, with 4 anyway, since he's got precog, it even though we don't know it, it can be pretty useful if he's like, no, don't go that way. And then
Yeah,
we all
pretty
start
much.
looking at him funny.
I was thinking that would be helpful.
And then we're like, how did you know not to go that way, that it was going to be mined?
Body language. Body language.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's how I knew body language.
Hmm.
We have 2 pickle merchants in the group.
God, it'd take
Conveniently,
way too long to explain that.
The standard air raft will seat 6.
Well,
We've
there you
got
go.
Ours is not standard, though.
Who
'Cause
gets
we're
to
gonna have
ride bitch?
We're going to have Dean, do the making sure everything is all up to board and
We're
throw
gonna
in
have to
some
tear the
nitrous.
seats out.
So yeah, you can fit some extras, but you're gonna have to have some ground crew. Obviously, getting up to some shenanigans against the
Right,
other
but they're
ground
not
crews.
They're not gonna ride in the vehicle though. They're probably gonna meet us out there.
No, but while you were racing, your ground crew will be doing some shenanigans to the other ground crews.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Shenanigans.
And hijinks.
And tomfoolery.
Oh, whoa. Hold on.
Utter bastardry.
If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
Okay. So, is there anything else that you guys wanted to do prior to the big shindig meetup before the race?
Do we have an opportunity to do some carousing?
You will at the
Oh, at the meetup.
at the pre-race event. So you can certainly do carousing and try and get your opponents drunk, because they're certainly going to be trying to do that with you guys. Yeah, you might get roofied and find yourself delivered out in the desert somewhere.
Because they have a psychic on their team, and they come tell you, you should just quit, and you're like, yeah, I think I should just quit.
No.
You discover that 4 is very clumsy and frequently knocks your drinks over.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might go around trying to, check surface thoughts about who might have inner knowledge about certain things to do with the game.
All right. Well, that will be, since we're at time, this is probably a good place to leave it, just before the party.
I did have a thing though.
But if there's stuff that you want to do prior to the party, let's take care of that now. So we'll start next session at the party.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dean's going to need to go back to the Olympus and get his tools.
Well, you can get one of the oilers to... Oh, no, actually, they're already on the surface.
However that goes, but if he's going to have to arrange to get his tools down.
That's plenty easy.
Yeah, getting your tools won't be...
4 would pull the Vidani aside and be like, you do mind things, don't you?
Oh, right. He sensed it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like to do a couple of things. If possible, I'd like to study the, you know, the place that's going to go, like a cartography test, to see
Well,
if
you don't know
something.
what that is until beforehand.
Ah, okay,
So
sure.
that information is released prior to the race, so you can't do any pre-shenanigans.
All right, all right. So this leaves me with the most important thing. I want to procure a pair of fluffy dice to put on the on the on
There
the
you go.
vehicle.
And a
You're doing
rabbit's
it right.
foot.
A Jesus bobblehead.
Uh-huh.
No, we also have
Fake-
to put
oh.
fake testicles on the back end of the vehicle.
I don't think the
We should put
Baroness
fake
would
tokens on the
appreciate
Truck
that one.
vehicle.
nuts.
Fake
Actually,
tokens.
it wouldn't be a Jesus bobblehead. It'd probably be is it Emperor
Uh-huh.
Saffron bobblehead?
Streffen.
Streffen?
that yep.
That's one of my quirks is I collect bubbleheads. So if we find any,
That's true.
it's a good way to get favor from your from one of your senior officers.
Slight modification to Dean's plan. He is actually going to purchase fine mechanic tools while he's here.
All right, so that would be 4
Seeing
times
he has
cost.
money now.
They're tech level 11, aren't they?
Yes. Wait a sec. What is the tech level of this place? Cordan.
Oh,
I'll never remember what the UWPs
I
are.
can remember some of them. It's like, I know the first one is the last one is tech level, I believe.
is that Traveller UWP
Yep.
or is that GURPS?
It's Traveler UWP.
They're the
The
same.
tech levels aren't the same, though, are they?
No, but there's a conversion from
Ah.
the Traveller. So their
Think.
tech level
Let's see.
is
They
probably
are
10.
early stellar, so they are 10. Yeah.
So they'll be the standard tools that you can sort of get a tech level 10. If you want tech level 11, I think it
Right.
costs double.
Double.
And
That's by 4x2.
and then if you want fine quality, that's by 4 on top of that.
Oh.
Well, if he does not have enough for it, then Dean knows that he can always go to Flynn and say, "Hey, I need this. I need some money for these tools." And I go, "Okay."
I did not realize this. You can't just buy mechanic tools. It has to be for a specific vehicle or vehicle type.
Really?
That doesn't
Yeah,
make
you
sense.
specialize.
No, it
By
has
the
to be like
That makes sense.
high performance spacecraft. You have to have mechanic tools for that.
Oh, yeah, that does sort of make sense.
There
There
would be
is
some
crossover.
cross.
The
Yeah.
rules say
Yeah.
that for each additional vehicle, it's only 50% on top of the cost.
Well, it would be considered basic equipment, and then if it's not for that vehicle type, then it would be more like improvised.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's the -2 quality modifier for using it with something different. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, I'll sort that out later.
Okay, so you're doing your tools. Any other business that you want to take care of before the party?
I have nothing. No.
Not for me.
Other than a quick reminder to everybody
Oh.
that
Did Sorry, go on.
I was going to say the standard reminder. Don't subtract from the population, don't add from the population, and if you get put in prison, establish dominance.
So we were dealing with 4. You approached Dozer.
Oh yeah. So 4 will pull Dozer aside, or get Dozer's attention when he's alone at some point, and be like, "You do mind things, some description."
Dozer's going to cause you to stroke out.
I do, but now I have to kill you.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Don't do things to me, and I won't do things to you.
Is
Oh my.
sense contested?
It's a detect, so no, it's to notice.
Well, it's like a perception thing. So if you have, I don't know what that would be. It'd be some kind of size stealth, and that would be a quick contest.
All
but
right, so
I'm assuming that's not happening here.
So in this case, you will detect that 4 is a psionic user.
If I knew we were going to have size in here,
Touch him on the shoulder.
I would have spent
Whisper.
30 points and gotten size static.
Touch him on the shoulder and whisper quietly into his ear. Be very careful.
That's why ship, not planet anymore. Less people to notice.
Oh, I'll be looking down at you too.
Well, he looks down at everybody.
Considering Zordani are quite tall.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but
Yes, skinnies. Damn skinnies.
They come from low G worlds.
I think he's 6'5", you'd established?
Yeah.
We may need an
he
open
is
top
a
vehicle.
foot taller than me. Not quite.
Holy crap, your dude's only 5'5"?
No, he's 5'9". He's
Okay.
average.
Short.
We have absolutely no idea what he looks like either.
Pictures up there.
Except that apparently his face is branded.
With the triple Z.
Probably.
While I remember, apparently Dozer did a fine job concealing his message to Flynn.
Oh, yeah.
The comms officer is unable to work out where it was sent from or who it was sent
I
from.
will say a fine job. I, failed by 1.
Adequate job?
Our comms officer is just incompetent.
I rolled a 15.
My point stands.
He just had a bad day.
He's too busy watching the race.
Race hasn't started yet.
He was like, "You want me to what?"
All right, so nothing else?
Nope.
All right, so we'll wrap it up here. Everyone will get 2 points.
Next week, the Cordan run starts. Crap,
Right,
is that mean I'm Burt Reynolds?
Cordan Rally is
Burt
its
Reynolds.
common name, but it goes by the Grand Cordan Ascent. Where's my thing?
Oh, it's a hill climb.
So, no pressure
sorry.
on you here there.
The
Sam.
Grand Ascent of Cordan is the fancy title, but everyone calls it the Cordan Rally. And yes, you could certainly wear your Burt Reynolds disguise for
And
the race.
if we don't win, it's not like Sam owes us $2 million or anything.
Well, I guess I'll just not sleep until next week with the anxiety, the crush and anxiety.
You'll be fine, or you won't, and some people will kill you.
Yeah.
Not
We're
me.
PCs. PCs always win.
He can't pay us back if he's dead.
Hmm.
Let me remind you all, I make 8,000K a month, so that's going to take a while.
Don't screw up.
Get promoted.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Your first roll is going to be a critical fail now.
Yeah.
You're going to
You
start the
say
engine
that,
and it'll
You
explode.
say that, and he's going to roll a 3. And you're going
I
to go,
think
oh, crap.
I think Flynn's going to have to do some leadership morale rolls before the race.
During the week, you probably want to think of some shenanigans that you could pull, keeping in mind that you're not allowed to hurt the other participants.
Well, I remember you saying not too much.
Firecrackers. Bags of poo.
All
Put
right.
some
I don't know if you
diuretics in their drinks.
I don't know if you guys recall this, but like
Fart
I don't
bombs.
remember. It's been like some 10 years ago, like in an F1 race. I think one of the cars just like lost a piece, and the piece hit the other pilot's helmet and made the guy crash and everything. Well, that
Yeah, that
can
happens a lot.
happen. Yep. This
All
kind of
right.
accident.
If you are watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please
Or don't.
consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and
don't.
Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye-bye.
Adios.